So I got the LoLa Animatronic. Now I want to make her a little more screen accurate. I'm going to show you how I do it today on Darth Rage Reviews.
Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Greetings, Force fans, and welcome to another episode of Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force. Business first, guys, please be so kind as to hit that subscribe bell. It'll cost you nothing. Notification button, all that stuff over there. Just mash away, like, comment, do it all. It's completely free. Take a second of your time, and it does me a lot of propers. So please, and thank you. All right, now to the fun stuff, guys. So if you saw my previous video, it's back there somewhere in the interwebs, I got the LoLa Animatronic from Hasbro. This thing is awesome, super awesome. Love it to death. It's like under $100, and for the price, you get a really, really cool prop toy. But I want to make it a little more accurate. So if you look at some of the things here, so underneath the wings, it's all just a flat gray that's painted there, and same with the electronics that are around the outsides here. There's cool details, but oh, she's awake. Cool details, but they're all just that flat black gray. So I'm gonna actually use something I haven't used before. I saw a couple really cool videos online of people weathering these, and one of them was using rub and buff, and I've never actually used rub and buff before, so I'm going to try some rub and buff to kind of bring out the silver and gold accents of the detail work that's all along here. And then standard black wash over all of her, and some kind of slight detail silver just around the edges. So it shouldn't take me long. Should be a fun project. I'm going to do it kind of on my off time over the next couple days. And then when all is said and done, I'll come back and kind of show you the finished project. Of course, I'll show you kind of all the steps along the way. So why don't we pause now, and through the magic of YouTube, I will show you the process of me weathering this LoLa. Have a look. Start with some rub and buff. Rub and buff is the first step of this, and again, this is the first time I've ever used rub and buff, and man, am I impressed with this stuff. You, just like it says, simply rub it on. I literally put it on my finger and rubbed it over all of these plain plastic pieces, and look at them pop. I mean, it just really brought out that circuitry. So I did it on both sides, laid down a silver one first, and I'm going to come back over with some gold just to highlight some of the wires as well. So yeah, this stuff works really good for that. And then another thing that it really works well for is kind of doing those edges to make it seem like the paint is kind of scraping off. But then I went through with a paintbrush and got all of the details on this black inner part. So there's all kinds of gears that are shaped in there, but they're not colored. So why not color them? Let's make them a little silver. So I brushed that rub and buff on there, and it worked really, really well for that as well. Again, this, if you can't tell by now, rub and buff is my new favorite all-time material. I mean, this stuff is, I feel stupid for never having used it before. Here's the other thing it works well on. Look at that. I'm kind of bringing out all the details and scratches, making it look like LoLa's paint is wearing away, and this stuff is magic. Usually I would use a silver paint for this, but this stuff just went on perfectly. A light brushing across all of it is all it took. Then coming back through with some gold to highlight the wires and other little pieces in here, just to kind of give it another piece of color to help it pop a little more. Again, this is all very, very simple. I did this entire project in an afternoon. I would absolutely recommend it. Then the black wash. So I started with a really light black wash, then I went with a heavier black wash, then I went back to a light black wash, kind of went back and forth and back and forth. Several steps and layers. I don't show it all, but yeah, just know that this was probably 30 minutes of back and forth, lighter coats, then some heavier coats, and then some lighter coats again, then some heavier coats, and just kind of took it all down. A part I didn't show at the end of all of this is I taped over the glass orbs, and then I went ahead and clear coated the whole thing with a couple light coats of clear coat just to make sure this stuff stayed on. And yeah, Lola's happy. She's happy with the way she looks. It was really, really simple, guys. You saw the process. It honestly took me an afternoon to complete this. I couldn't be more pleased with the results. After using Rub and Buff, I can't believe I haven't been using Rub and Buff all the time. This stuff was so easy to get these little kind of, the silver accents that make it look like it's worn down. What I did on the back here to bring out the circuitry on this paneling, it was just a matter of putting it on my finger and rubbing it on there. This stuff is awesome. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Here, let me pop up some pictures real quick so you can see kind of a comparison of the before and the after. And, let me know. Would you do this to yours? Do you prefer the pristine, clean version, or do you prefer something that looks a little bit more used and in your universe? For me, this wins hand down. I think I made a better toy by making her look worse. But, you tell me what you guys think in the comments. For me, she is a heck of a dirty girl, but, it's what she's supposed to look like. So, hope you enjoyed this, guys. I am Darth Rage. This is LoLa59, and this is Darth Rage Reviews, your source for the Force.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.